This is a toy spot on the Iron Man 2 comic series. We're going to be looking today at Iron Man. Heaven forbid, Billy, young Billy, asks for an Iron Man figure for Christmas or his birthday. Grandma Rose says, "Billy, what do you want for Christmas?" And he says, "I want a comic series Iron Man." Well, I gotta tell you, if he's looking for this particular Iron Man, I don't know if he's necessarily gonna get it, because it appears that in the comic series, there's several Iron Man called Iron Man. So, I don't know. Personally, I wanted to get this Iron Man more than anything else. I really like the design of it, but being that they didn't call it anything aside from Iron Man, I mean, certainly to get this particular Iron Man, maybe a little bit difficult. They could have called it Large Suit Iron Man or something. But at any rate, the package is very similar to all the other Iron Man 2 figures. Comes with a snap-on repulsor blast, and on the back of the package we've got Hulkbuster Iron Man, we've got Iron Man, we've got Iron Man, we've got Guardsman and Titanium Man. So I don't know, maybe Billy could have said to Grandma Rose, "Get me number 30 Iron Man," and maybe she would know to look on the back and say, "Oh, he wants the number 30 Iron Man as opposed to number 28. Maybe you could do that, but this definitely is the figure I wanted to be. I didn't get the first comic series Iron Man from the initial wave of the Iron Man 2 comic series figures, but I really have been holding off for this one right here. And thank you actually to my friend who managed to find this yet another figure for me. Thank you, sir. Good friend. But anyways, we're gonna get this opened up, and we will have ourselves a look at the very generic in name Iron Man. So stay tuned, guys, there is much more to come. And I'll show you guys the stat card, the overlay card that this Iron Man comes with. As you can see, got the upper torso, the lower legs, and if you follow anatomy, you probably know that you also need arms and a head. And put them together, you've got yourself a very neat Iron Man. Very cool. We'll put it in the very generic display stand. Once again, missing a name. Right there. Could have gone right there. I sound like a broken record, yes I know. I do apologize for that, but once again, clearly leaving off prime opportunity to put a name right there. And perhaps right there you could have specified what Iron Man this was. Oh, see, the whole thing's falling apart now. This is what happens when you talk too long in a review. But we'll put that aside. We'll pick back up poor Iron Man who's fallen. And let's have a look at what I believe to be the superior comic series Iron Man. Now, for those following the Iron Man figures, the Iron Man 2 figures, certainly this isn't the first time we've received a comic series red and yellow basic Iron Man. But the original Iron Man figure was a little skinnier in design, looking very similar to the one that was on the back of the package when we looked at the package end of this figure. Of course, it just had the more, I guess the original dome head versus the peaked front visor. But I do like this figure quite a bit. And from what I've seen in other reviews and what I've been seeing, well, actually from what my friend's been telling me as well, this figure is probably one of the worst figures for paint application. As you can see down below, the more obvious point right here is the fact that this area here is not completely colored in. So you can see a real definitive line right where the torso articulation runs across this figure. And actually even right around the side here you can see where paint has just gooped and almost started cracking. They've gone to go with a yellow paint and then apply almost a orangey, kind of a goldy orangey wash over it. I guess they're trying to bring out some of the details, but yes, some of the areas certainly are quite messy. Some of the paint also doesn't match up with the legs. The legs, as you can see, are the lighter color that matches the head, also matches the arms. The only thing that doesn't match, though, is this area right here. And this area is a darker red, like a burgundy color. But you know what, though? Despite that, I still like this figure quite a bit. I do like the chunkier design of an Iron Man suit. So personally for me, this is the only Iron Man figure to get if you're looking to get a basic red and yellow comic series figure. This is a great figure to get. Certainly, you know, there's other ones from like the Marvel Universe line and all, but if you want to get ones from the Iron Man 2 line, this personally is my favorite. He does come with a repulsor blast that you can snap into his arm. Really, you know, I don't know, just kind of looks a little silly. Be neat kind of if you could kind of mount it against his chest, but oh well. We'll just put that aside. Very silly. We'll put that aside. In the way of his articulation, the comic series Iron Man has a full articulated head. Doesn't really look like his head moves up and down, but it certainly moves left and right. What I like too is that these flaps actually fold up as well, so you can get full range of movement in his shoulders. Rotate back and forth. You can rotate the forearm, you can bend at the elbow, you rotate the hand, although very stiff. You can rotate the torso, where you can see actually, maybe if you just lined it up just right, it might not look as bad, but it's just that slight bit of paint that's missing there. Appears to be no articulation in the waist, but his legs have the rotation. Oh, and I just dropped a shoulder pad. Don't be alarmed, everybody. I just dropped a shoulder pad. Everybody stop what you're doing. Please look around. Don't step on the floor. I am missing a shoulder pad. Well, hold on. We'll get back to that in a second. His legs can rotate. You can bend the legs up and out. Very stiff, though. Rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee at 2 points. Rotate at the foot, and you can also bend it up and down. Now, you guys talk amongst yourselves. Let me see if I can just find the... Oh, there it is. There it is. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. The shoulder pad has been recovered. Let's apply the shoulder pad back to the figure. Everybody, you can stop your search. The shoulder pad has been located. I joke, but now will I even be able to get it back in there? There we go. There we go. So, despite the fact that his paint is a little off, it's a little sloppy in areas, despite the fact that his shoulder pad has come off, but it looks like it's back where it belonged. It's back with his brother, the other shoulder pad. And despite the fact that this energy blast, if you want to call it that, looks kind of stupid, I still really like this figure. Is that crazy? Is it possibly that I'm crazy? But I do like this figure. But be warned, as a public service announcement from the spot to you guys, if you are going to be looking for this guy, please definitely keep an eye on the package and look at it before you pick it up. Because this one's not bad, but for what I'm hearing, this figure has a lot of paint problems. So do be warned, and do be careful when picking out this guy. But despite that, I'm still going to give this guy a solid 7. Good solid 7 for the comic series, the Iron Man 2 comic series, Iron Man. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for many more toy spots to come. I was going to say something else, but I've lost my train of thought. I'm probably still thinking about the fact that I almost lost the shoulder pad and it was gone. It was never going to come back, but it has been recovered. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time.